Hey, where are the white women at?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your spoiler alert. I am Mike with Mike W. Productions, and we are doing Blazing Saddles. So, yes, let's talk about Blazing Saddles a little bit. It is 1970s movie. It is a Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks production. Well, a Mel Brooks production, and Gene Wilder is starring in it. And yes, Mel Brooks does pop up in the movie for a little bit in, I think, like 2 scenes. Well, actually, no. He is the mayor. I remember that part. He is the mayor, and then he has another side role that he pops into at another point in time, which I thought was funny. The movie itself is kind of a satirical Western movie. Not only is it making fun of Westerns, but it's also making fun of the racist narrative of the West that you didn't really see in the early age of Western movies. And so this kind of shows that side of things, and it also shows the ignorance of racism. So, a lot of people don't understand satire, which is kind of sad because satire is a very good tool to use when trying to break down things like ignorance, racism, bigotry, and things like that. And it's a good vessel to use, especially when you're making fun of the bad guys, which is what this movie is doing. It is taking the old Western people, generally white, and making fun of them for being racist, bigots, and morons. So, with that being said, there is a lot of cursing in this one, a lot of the N-word specifically. So if you have an issue with that, I am going to try and censor most of them just so I don't have to make this a contented video, so I can actually have most of YouTube see it. So I'm going to make it some kind of sound effect and bleep it out. That's not because I don't think that that word should be used in this context. It's because I think that, personally, I don't want to lose monetization, which I'm not monetized yet, but I don't want to automatically get struck for having those specific words in this movie. But I do believe in the freedom of speech. I do believe that this movie should have the right to use it, especially when it's using it in this way. I don't think that you should ever use any kind of word, especially a derogatory, towards anyone ever. That's just my disclaimer. So don't go out saying the N word to anybody at all, ever. Like, just leave it alone. There's other words that you that are on my no-fly list, but this one uses a lot of those words. So, yeah. With that being said, I did do Archie Bunker. There were words in that one that I didn't censor. It was very short and, not as, I guess, not as bad, but every word that is derogatory is bad. So I just didn't censor that one because I didn't really feel like it, because it was on TV in the 70s. So I was like, meh. Plus, it's Archie Bunker, and Archie Bunker's a moron anyways. That's his character. Not saying that the actor is a moron. I'm saying the character himself is a moron. So, with that being said, guys, just take that with a grain of salt when you're watching this, that these people are supposed to be dumb. So, let's jump into Blazing Saddles. Here we go. And I will probably have to mute the beginning because, well, Warner Brothers has its own thing, and Well, the song, even though it's good, I can't have you guys listen to it because of copyright. So I can tell you a little bit about the Blazing Saddles theme song. The guy who did the song was paid for it, but he wasn't told what it was for. He didn't know that it was for comedy. He didn't know that it was for this type of comedy. So he made this thinking, oh, it's for a legit, straight up, 70s cowboy movie. So if you listen to the song, he is singing like straight up for this movie, thinking that it's a serious cowboy movie, not a silly satire comedy. So yes, this is also shot in Technicolor, which is pretty funny because I talked about Technicolor before, things like Technicolor in the 70s. So don't be surprised if you see a bunch of bright colors and, weird things in the background, because they loved playing with color in the 70s. So, so we are going through, just kind of panning. A lot of these old Western movies were actually made in Italy. They are called spaghetti Westerns. Now, that is not a derogatory. That's just because, well, it might be a derogatory, I don't know. But, Italians, spaghetti, kind of a thing. So, who knows? We're on a wagon train. Well, a wagon on a train. Looks like one of those little hand carts. Pretty interesting the way that they had it on the track there for a minute.
The way you lollygagging around here with them picks and them shovels, you'd think it was 120 degrees. Can't be more than 114.
Wow, okay.
Dock that a day's pay for napping on the job.
Okay. Already going for the language.
When you was slaves, you sang like birds. Come on, how about a good old work song?
Okay. Yes, you were warned.
I get no kick from champagne.
He sings pretty good.
Hold it, what the hell is that
Oh, come on. That was good.
A song. A real song. Something like Chariot.
Come on, give me a break.
Well, how about the Camptown Ladies? Ladies.
They know it. They're just messing with these guys.
The Camptown Ladies sing this song.
The whitest song ever. Oh, jeez. They're all dancing now. That's how white people dance,
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
The very wide world of sports. There's a lot of little old promos throughout this one. They're a little dated, but most of them hold up.
Sir, he specifically requested to tell a family secret. My grandmother was Dutch.
Car and take it down at the end of that line.
Just trying to help you out.
But,
What?
am I wrong? Or is the world rising?
I don't know, but whatever it is, I hate it.
Yeah. Quicksand is kind of weird. The concept. Right?
Ah, dang, now we are in trouble.
They in trouble.
They in trouble. We're the ones at the quicksand, man. Oh, they're gonna get the push cart out. Get the card out, not the guys. Come on.
Doggone near lost a $400 hand card.
Take it easy, Charlie. My foot's on the rail.
So they're gonna use the rail to get out of the hole.
Well, boys, the break's over.
The break.
Don't just lay there getting the suntan. Ain't gonna do you no good no how.
Oh, come on.
What?
Don't do it. Send a wire to the main office and tell them that I said, ow!
Wire, main office, tell them I said, ow.
Hedy Lamarr. Hedy Lamarr was an actual person, and they sued them for using that name. The wedding photo is the back of the bride and groom.
What in the hell was that?
Oh, okay. They got in a wheelchair.
How thought of your worship, but I've got 2 men at home, sick with the flu.
Rock Ridge. Yes, when that railroad goes through Rock Ridge, that land will be worth millions. There might be legal precedent. Of course. Land snatching.
Land snatching. Illegal.
Land. Sea snatch. Snatch. Haley versus United States. Haley 7, United States nothing.
I think it's a tennis match.
Unfortunately, there is one thing that stands between me and that property. The rightful owners.
Right.
It's down the hall and to the left.
It's your teacher. I gotta go potty.
I know how we can run everybody out of Rock Ridge.
How?
We'll kill the firstborn male child in every household.
Too Jewish.
Right.
Hit me on the head with a shovel. I'd sure appreciate it, sir, if you could find it in your heart to hang him up by his neck until he was dead.
So they arrested him, basically? Geez, you're gonna hang the horse, too?
Special. When can you work him in?
I couldn't possibly sneak him in until Monday, sir. I'm booked solid.
Shh, it's all right, Taggart. Just a man and a horse being hung out there.
Wow, okay.
There was a peaceful town called Rock Ridge. They never had no kind of trouble.
Not yet. Howard Johnson's. They have the cows in the bar saloon.
And all at once the trouble started. A pack of murderers and thieves. Like swarms of locusts they descended.
Right. What the heck? Wow, right through the guy's hat. Ow.
Well, that's the end of this suit.
Oh, the guy was in the shower. Come on. Oh, beating an old lady.
Have you ever seen such cruelty? Ooh!
Right? This is a lot like the Magnificent Seven, too. I mean, they're parodying like so many westerns right now.
Our town is turning into
And this is in a church.
Now the time has come to act, and act fast. I'm leaving.
And dadgummit, I'm gonna die here. And no sidewinding, bushwhacking, hornswoggling, crocker is gonna roll my biscuit cutter.
Biscuit cutter. What he said.
Now, who can argue with that?
Right.
Not only was it authentic frontier gibberish, it expressed a courage little seen in this day and age. Our fathers came across the prairie, fought Indians, fought drought, fought locusts, fought Dicks. Remember when Richard Dix came in here and tried to take over this town?
Dr. Samuel Johnson's right about Olson Johnson's being right. And I'm not giving up my ice cream parlor that I built with these two hands for nothing or nobody.
Howard Johnson is right.
So it's Johnson and Johnson and Johnson.
I shall now read from the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and Duck.
And Duck. He has Gov written on the back of his shirt. He's like cross-eyed.
Under the provisions of this bill, we would snatch 200,000 acres of Indian territory, which we have deemed unsafe for their use at this time.
200,000 acres? What'll it cost, man? What'll it cost?
A box of these.
Trading beads for land and stuff, you know. Stereotypes.
This is the bill that will convert the State Hospital for the Insane into the William J. Lepedimane Memorial Gambling Casino for the Insane.
For the insane.
It's not Heady, it's Headley. Headley Lamar.
The hell are you worried about? This is 1874. You'll be able to sue hard.
It's not Hetty, it's Headley. That's a joke because they got sued for using her name.
All right.
Okay, is that it? Anything else?
Just this urgent telegram from Rockridge that arrived last Friday.
Last Friday? Sheriff murdered? Innocent women and children blown to bits? We've got to protect our phony baloney job, gentlemen.
We gotta protect our phony baloney job.
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
If I could find a sheriff who so offends the citizens of Rock Ridge that his very appearance would drive them out of town, where would I find such a man? Why am I asking you?
It's called breaking the fourth wall, like I'm doing now.
Wasn't talking to you. I was talking to them.
Oh, welcome to Hanging House.
No, don't hang him. Hanging House.
Sorry, everyone is equal in my eye.
Instructions. I'd like you to meet the new sheriff of Rock Ridge.
I'd be delighted. Wow! I've got to talk to you. Come here. Have you gone berserk? Can't you see that that man is a nit? Have you gone berserk? Can't you see that that man is a nit?
Don't worry, sir.
At least he didn't say the full thing. Fine Italian leather. Speaking of, you could actually go and watch my House of Gucci review. I'll put it up here for you. If you're watching on computer, it should pop up and probably your phone too. But don't leave just yet. So he has new clothes, a new horse, Gucci bag, and he's meeting up with the band. This was very like 70s. Airplane, which I'll be doing sometime, kind of has that same music stuff going on.
It is my privilege to extend to you a laurel and hearty handshake.
Laurel and hearty handshake, wow. Laurel and Hardy were two actors. Finally actually sees him.
Hey, the sheriff is a nick.
Get that little bell in there. They're like, okay.
Laurel and hearty handshake to our new...
Oh. Even the sign wrapped itself up.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
As your spiritual leader, I implore you to pay heed to this good book and what it has to say. Son, you're on your own.
Well, yeah.
Hold it. The next man makes a move, then gets it.
Yes, but do what he say. Do what he say.
They're just that dumb. That's what I'm saying. This whole movie is to show how dumb these people are.
Shut up! Oh, baby. You are so talented. And they are so dumb.
Right.
As she reads a telegram that she herself has composed to the governor, expressing our feelings about the new sheriff.
To the Honorable William J. Lepedimane, Governor.
What?
We, the white God-fearing, please remove him immediately.
Drunk and number two must be awake.
Right.
Are we awake?
We're not sure. Are we black?
Yes, we are.
Then we're awake. But we're very puzzled.
Hey, maybe you should eat something first.
Right.
No, thanks. Food makes me sick.
Man drink like that and he don't eat. He is going to die.
Pretty much.
When?
When?
Man, why you do that to yourself?
Oh, you don't really want to know that.
I do. Well, if you're the kid, then show me something.
Come on, let's see it.
Look at that.
Steady as a rock.
Yeah, but I shoot with this hand.
See, I knew you wasn't no Waco kid. You was just pulling my lariat.
See that, King?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Put your hands on both sides of it. Now, when I say go, you try to grab it first.
Man, that's no contest. You a mile away.
Go.
Oh, wow, okay.
Hey.
You looking for this? Oh, well, it got so that every pissant prairie punk who thought he could shoot a gun would ride into town. And I heard a voice behind me say, "Reach for it, mister," with a 6-year-old kid. Well, I just threw my guns down and walked away. Little bastard shot me in the ass.
Well, back in 56,
1856.
my folks and I were part of this long wagon train moving west.
You might say we was bringing up the rear.
Yep. I would say that.
Out of the west came the entire Sioux Nation. And let me tell you, baby, they was open for business.
Right.
Actually, the white folks didn't let us travel in their circle, so we made our own.
Circling the wagons, you know. This is called red face, frowned upon nowadays.
No, seid nicht mehr sugar.
He's Jewish.
Kappa walk, it's all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wie gesehen?
Wiedersehen, that's...
Hast du gesehen in deiner Leben? They darker than us. Woof!
Always like to keep my audience riveted.
In some versions, I know that they took out the farting in this scene, and it just looks like a bunch of guys moving around, doing this, kind of sitting up.
How about some more beans, Mr. Taggart?
I'd say you've had enough.
The guy on the right there actually had a problem saying the N-word for his lines because he knew how bad of a word it was and what it meant. But then he was talking to the main actor, the sheriff guy, and he's, you know, in real life, he said, "It's okay, we understand because you're making fun of these type of people."
Have a cigar.
Uh-oh. Oh, don't do that, dude. Oh, man.
Listen, Bart.
Wonder what they're smoking. It's the old Mickey Mouse voice. I didn't think he ever voiced Mickey Mouse, but that's really good for Mickey Mouse.
Good morning, ma'am. And isn't it a lovely morning?
Up yours.
Oh, okay.
You gotta remember that these are just simple farmers. These are people of the land. The common clay of the New West. You know,
Morons.
I heard that was the first time that he heard that joke, and Gene Wilder ad-libbed that, so it wasn't a part of the script at all. So when he said that morons thing, that was real. That was a real reaction. Yes, no.
Louis Pasteur has devised a new vaccine that will obliterate anthrax once and for all.
Anthrax, that was a thing a couple of years ago.
Hey, you can't park that animal over there. It's illegal.
Okay. Ooh. He punched a horse.
Never mind that shit. Here comes Mungo.
Who is this Mongo anyway?
Well, Mongo ain't exactly a who, he's more of a what.
The fool's going to... the sheriff's going to do it.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. If you shoot him, you'll just make him mad.
He is a pretty big dude. Might not kill him.
Candygram for Mongo.
Hey, Mungo.
Sign, please. Thank you.
Ah, the Looney Tunes.
Mungo like candy.
That is very Looney Tunes.
God darn it, Mr. Lamar. You use your tongue prettier than a $20 whore.
Wow, okay.
The beast has failed. And when the beast fails, it's time to call in Beauty.
Okay.
Where's my froggy?
Where's my froggy?
I don't know. I didn't see it want to come in.
Well, look, damn your eyes. Look for it.
Good.
Sorry, sir.
Nope, not the froggy. They tied Mungo up.
Good evening, Sheriff. Sorry about the up yours.
Well, at least she said sorry. She did use the word again, but she said sorry and she gave him a pie. So, that's fair.
Of course, you'll have the good taste not to mention that I spoke to you.
Okay, you lost all points.
Gee, in another 25 years, you'll be able to shake their hands in broad daylight.
Right.
That Lily Von Stoop is opening tonight.
Lily Von Stoop. Okay. If you know, other languages, you know what that means.
How ordinary.
Not impressed.
I cannot find the words to truly express my joy at the rekindling of our association.
Bullshit. What's a job?
Well, she knows what's going on.
Kiss me.
Oof. Ow. She reminds me of another Western, oh, what is it called? That one with the mice. Fievel Goes West.
They're always coming and going and going and coming. And always too soon.
Okay.
Tell me, tax ma'am, are you in show business?
No.
Well, then why don't you get your friggin' feet up?
Don't you
know she's
pooped?
You got a note.
I must see you alone in my dressing room.
Dressing room. Well, they brought her a flower. Didn't work the last time, but...
Why don't you, loosen your bullets?
Can't
There. Isn't that better?
say anything, but okay.
How's it going?
It's like wet sauerkraut in my hands. By morning he will be my slave.
Splendid.
Oh, come on.
Is it true what they say about the way you people are gifted? Oh, it's true.
Okay.
Would you care for another Schnitzengruben?
No, thank you. 15 is my limit on Schnitzengruben. Baby, please. I am not from Havana.
I'll be the same, baby.
So that backfired.
Got to do with where choo-choo go.
Mongo, why would Hedley Lamar care about where the choo-choo go?
Don't know. Mungo only pawn in game of life.
Wow. That's kind of sad.
Addressing the duly appointed sheriff of Rock Ridge.
Rock Ridge? Hey, the railroad's going through there.
Right. He just found out his information in like 2 seconds. The other guy didn't even mean to give it to him. Uh-oh.
It's that went and hit me on the head with a shovel.
Wow, okay.
What the hell do you think you're doing with that tin star, boy?
Watch that boy shit, redneck.
Right.
What if me and the boys was to shoot that dead? Would that pep you up some?
Okay. What?
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. So they know about him. Wow, he's quick.
How about a little applause for the Waco kid?
Why they got her tied up? She didn't do nothing.
I'm through being Mr. Goodbar.
Mr. Goodbar. That's a candy.
I must think. I want rustlers, cutthroats, murderers, bounty hunters, desperados.
Could you repeat that, sir?
Where's everybody going?
Read this.
Help wanted. $100 per day, criminal record required.
Well, can't you see that's the last act of a desperate man? Just give me 24 hours to come up with a brilliant idea to save our town.
No. German soldiers? Pilots. Oh, there he is again. Motorcycle bikers. Spanish. Arabs. And the KKK. So they got a little bit of everybody mixed up in this party.
Chewing gum online, eh?
Uh-oh.
I didn't know there was gonna be so many.
Well, have a nice day. Have a nice day from the KKK.
Hey, boys! Look what I got here!
Hey, where are the white women at?
Oh boy.
Badges? We don't need no stinking badges!
Wow, okay. That's an old line too.
How many times have I told you to wash up after weekly cross burning?
Uh-oh.
And now, for my next impression, Jesse Owens. Seize them!
Jesse Owens wouldn't be alive yet, but okay.
Head them off at the pass. I hate that cliche.
Well, he got shot in the foot, so I guess you could say he shot himself in the foot.
I want you to get all the brothers together. Round up all the lumber, canvas, paint, and nails you can lay your hands on. And meet me tonight, 3 miles due east of Rock Ridge.
Okay. Why are we up so early?
All right, folks, I know you're a bit confused, wondering what you're doing out in the middle of the prairie in the middle of the night.
You bet your ass!
Now, before the sun comes up, we're going to build on this site an exact replica of the town of Rock Ridge.
Okay.
They've agreed to help us make our dream come true. And all they ask in return is a little plot of land they can call their own, the homestead. Now, what do you say?
Well, I guess we're out.
We'll give some land to the n***s and the but we don't want the Irish.
Oh, so you stop at the Irish.
Oh, prairie shit. Everybody.
Wow, it looks like a movie studio set. So that's how they usually fake towns, is you have big buildings on the outside, but behind it is just basically plywood. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, Mom goes there too.
Men, you are about to embark on a great crusade.
Nazis.
Whilst I will be risking an almost certain Academy Award nomination.
Sure, okay.
I. Your name.
Your name.
Schmucks.
The biker has his bike things on the horse.
Yep, we forgot one little detail.
Nothing's missing. Everything's here down to the last hitching post.
People. There's no people.
Now, all we got to do is make perfect copies of ourselves.
Anybody got a dime? I don't know. Somebody's got to go back and get a shitload of dime.
Peto Man. Why don't you just go around it? And they're coming up behind them so they don't see what we're seeing.
Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
Boom.
You think you could squeeze off a little shot from here and set off the dynamite down there?
I'll give it a try.
I don't think that you could do that with a regular handgun, though. Might need a rifle.
Oh Lord, keep this man's eye keen, and may God grant.
You can see the dummies like flying around. Alright, get them on the run. You're gonna go after them with sticks and stuff? Go after them with guns, man. Oh, yeah, that might knock you out. Wow, she has a good right hook. What? Okay. Warner Brother lot.
You'll be surprised you're doing the French mistake. Voila!
This is a turn. You're fired.
Run!
Have you got it?
Yes. Sounds like steam escaping.
Yes. Uh-oh. Oh. Their sets are right next to each other.
What in the hell do you think you're doing here? This is a closed set.
Piss on you. I'm working for Mel Brooks.
Not in the face.
So this just went off the rails. Synchronized swimming, okay. Hitler. Some mob bosses.
This is our studio commissary, where some Hollywood stars come to eat. Keep in line.
Hitler's just in the back hiling. Oh.
Yankee bean soup, coleslaw, and tuna surprise.
That's how those cafes used to work. You'd pick what you want and they would charge you for each little thing instead of like the whole meal. He got pied in the men's room too. Okay. I heard something about that guy just standing there, that they had to get him to sign off because he refused to move. So they just had him sign a waiver saying that he could be a part of the movie. That poor horse. Riding on concrete's not the best idea for horses. Not at full gallop, at least. He's trying to go to a movie. Their own movie.
Student? Are you kidding?
Student card. Come on.
Look, Herman, I'm in Hedy Lamar's shoes.
Headley.
Cows in the lobby, okay. Huh, they're watching the movie of this movie. which kind of happens a couple times in a few different of Mel Brooks movies.
Sorry, I just remembered. I am armed.
There you go.
Wow, you shot the bad guy.
Lamar $sign.
Come on, let's check out the end of the flick.
Yeah. Gee, I sure hope there's a happy ending.
Sheriff, you can't go now. We need you.
The work here is done. I'm needed elsewhere now, and wherever a people cry out for justice.
Bullshit!
Well, at least the townsfolk kind of changed.
Nowhere special. I always wanted to go there.
Me too. And they ride off into the sunset. Or take a limo. Well, they will ride off into the sunset. The end. Alright, that is the end. So, let's talk about it. Alright, guys, I have given it a little bit of time to kind of absorb my thoughts on the movie. And, yeah, I mean, it's a great movie. It's funny. It is racist, but for a purpose of being racist. It is interesting the way that things get seen through this movie, and it's good that the townsfolk get not only that they are racist, but they get treated back the same way by the main actor here. Also, I like that the more that they get to know him, the more that he gets to know them, that the townsfolk starts to change from their belief systems in the whole racial aspect, which is cool. During the "we're going to build a fake town" scene, they do say, let's just say Chinese people, with the racial slur, and can we not include the Irish? So it's full-on bigotry. It's not just, white on black racism. It's full-on I hate everyone that's not like me, just like in the series All in the Family, where you have Archie Bunker, who is a straight-out bigot. He hates everyone that's not like him. Now, does that make that okay or right? No. But at least it's not just, oh, we hate you because of the color of your skin. It's just kind of interesting that they did play it out there at the end as full-on bigotry, not just, racism. So, and then they do end up saying, well, okay, it's fine. Did they have a full-on turnaround? Probably not, but at least they're getting somewhere. The story overall was interesting. The ending was a little bit, I get why they did the ending that way, and it was interesting. It's just kind of like, okay, that came out of, left field there, and I didn't get why they did that, but I didn't hate it either. I did like that they showed the behind-the-scenes thing where they go through the lots and through the mess hall, and, they started that little fight in the food fight, and, it's kind of weird because you just see Hitler just over there flapping in the background. If you focus in on that, he's just over there hiling for no reason, which is kind of funny because he's just an actor. He's not actually Hitler himself. But I think they were just going for the silliest thing possible. And so, yeah, the whole movie itself is pretty interesting. And I know it's not for everybody. That's 100% honest. Like, it's not for everybody, especially in this day and age when everyone is so sensitive about, words being used and things like that. I think that we need to take a pullback on this because This is a satire. It is making fun of racism. That is the point to this whole movie. So with that, it makes it funny because yes, we can laugh at them saying this stuff because they're idiots and they shouldn't be saying this stuff, but guess what? They're idiots, so they do. And people just nowadays just get too sensitive about words being used or people playing certain characters. I heard there were some people who get upset because non-disabled people play disabled people, and I'm like, okay, if you can find disabled people to play that part the best and they're the best person for that role, hire them. There have been many movies, so that there's at least one TV show and one movie that I know that has someone who is disabled in the field that they are disabled in that movie. One being A Quiet Place. The girl who is deaf in that movie is deaf in real life. And I found that out and I was like, oh, that's cool, because she can bring a bit of realism to that role. Also, from one of the ABC Family shows, one of the girls there is disabled as well, has, I think, autism or something. And so it's good to see that, you know, people who are disabled are getting roles. But at the same time, are the people getting are they only getting the roles because of their disability, or are they getting the role because they are the best person to play the part? That's where I come in and say, okay, let's make sure that this is the best person for the part, not just, oh, we're getting, you know, someone just because they are that way. Cranston, who did a movie where he was a paraplegic, great job, and he played with Kevin Hart. They both did a great job. Like, it wasn't offensive, and I have spina bifida. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a birth defect at the back. So I have other complications with that. But as someone who is in that spectrum of disability, I don't care who plays the part. I don't want just anybody to play. Like, if someone was going to make a movie about me, I would want the biggest actor of the time to play me. I wouldn't want just somebody who's like me to play me, because nobody's going to see that movie because there's no heavy hitter power players in that game. So that's what I think about that. But with this, I'm just saying people need to stop being so sensitive. And kind of get over it. Now, I understand the language. I did censor the N-words just because that is, it is offensive, like, obviously. But I don't think that they shouldn't have the right to say it in this context. Now, if you're just out there calling people that word or saying that word, that's a different story. But there's been many, many actors and politicians who have said that word and have done blackface and Asian face, and even Justin Trudeau, who did blackface and Middle Eastern face. Yeah, we'll let those ones go, apparently. But, you know, I'm just saying, this is not the most offensive thing, because this is a movie making fun of racism where there's actual people saying and doing stuff in the real world that should be called out on it, or maybe they shouldn't be, because freedom of speech, you know. And I think what you do is a form of speech as well. But on the contrast to that, with every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So, yeah, you have the right to say the N-word, by all means. But you also have the right to get your butt handed to you when you say it. So just take that with a grain of salt. So that's my idea of that process. Yes, you say whatever you want, but there are consequences to your actions. So with that being said, guys, I hope you liked this review. It was super funny, And I know there's a little bit of an edge to it, especially for people nowadays, but we have to look at it as, okay, it is making fun of this thing. So hopefully you guys like this review. If you do, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you don't, I understand. If you want to, give it a thumbs down. That's okay. Nobody sees it anyways. But I do want to thank all of my subscribers for hitting that, for being subscribers. If you guys would like to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button.
Tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
And I popped it up over here somewhere. If you guys don't really want to watch, hit the subscribe button quite yet, and you just want to watch another video, I'll pop one up here for you as well. I do want to thank all of my subscribers, and I want to thank you for getting this far in the video, and we will see you next time. Peace.